Hey guys, it's your favorite true crime sister here. I'm so excited to have you guys back and to see my new set. I'm so excited to have 500 subscribers and more and counting. Thank you so much. I have no words for how grateful I am, and I'm so excited to just keep growing that number, creating content, and doing all the things. So without further ado, let's get started. So I was going to do a recap of the entire trial now that closing arguments are upon us and all of the evidence and testimony has been given in the Lindsay Clancy trial. But there was so much going on this week alone. I figured, to be honest, I feel like the beginning of the trial, or so much of the trial, was muddied up by all this jibber jabber on the internet or TikTok mostly. I don't particularly go on TikTok much, but I do hear what goes on there, and I do know that all these Patrick rumors just muddied up this trial for me. I know that if you're on the jury or trying to look at it from a standpoint of only what the jury is seeing, but as someone not on the jury, as most of us are, it's really hard to decipher the difference or try to act like I didn't hear it. And it just got me so angry and it just muddied it all up. Now, did I believe any of the nonsense? No, but it just made me angry that anybody was. Knowing that the jury is in no way considering that as an option given the evidence they've seen and the testimony they've heard. There is absolutely zero evidence at all that says that he had anything to do with it. And I do feel like so many people, after hearing the rumors thankfully, on YouTube and TikTok and in general, decided to kind of find the evidence that proved that Patrick didn't do it so that this could stop and we could put all this to bed. And all these people that clearly don't watch the trial, they're not court junkies, and they don't understand, even if they were, probably half of what they're watching. To be honest, if I hadn't started watching trials in the beginning with other lawyers that were, doing those commentaries like Melanie Little and Andrea Burkhart and just so many, there's so many, I mean, so many people now from that, now that people like me, like a layperson like me, who now really has a good understanding of the law from watching with these lawyers, watching these trials with these lawyers, knows that there's no way that somebody that doesn't have, that a layperson that isn't getting this information sort of, translated in our language, like in real time, how much that helps, us to understand all these different terms that are being thrown out there and all these different things going on. And I just go, I know that there's so many people out there that don't understand all this stuff. It's so confusing to the point where if being on a jury is like a thing that you have to possibly do as, a resident of your state, your country, and as a tax-paying citizen, that, that's part of our duties, that maybe it should be, there should be like law mandatory taught in high schools, maybe mandatory to graduate, law 101, or know your rights 101. I don't know, but maybe we need to start teaching that as a mandatory, class to graduate, so that before you get on these juries or whatever moving forward, it's just knowing your rights. What if you get in trouble, or you think you might be in trouble, or accused of something, or really do something, or whatever it may be? I mean, I feel like you should still know your rights. That's something I didn't know until I was much, much older. And it's one of the reasons why I took such an interest in all of this, in becoming this, part of this community, understanding the law, watching these trials, understanding evidence, testimony, all of that. It's very important. And so I hope that we can move on from all of that and people can start understanding the law more and knowing what's going on when they're watching the trials, watching the evidence, hearing about the evidence, so that they know that when some ridiculous rumor comes upon us in the middle of a trial because some idiot on TikTok that doesn't know anything about anything just hears, watches like the Dateline or something and decides they want to make stuff up. I mean, I can't with that. That's just not okay. That stuff needs to stop. And I know it's like what I keep jabbering on about, but it just really makes me upset because it muddled this trial for me so much to the point where I can't even recap the whole thing at this point because I don't know what was real and what's not, but I do know that at some point I did stop letting all that in and was really like focused on the experts, focused on the psychiatrists, focused on the doctors, and just tried to move forward. And that's where we are at now. I mean, this week was absolutely crazy. Inside the courtroom, outside the courtroom. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm sure you did. The DePietro, the weasel comment outside of court. Classic, amazing. I mean, I live for these moments. These are the moments we live for, guys. Like, how much do we love Kevin Reddington? He's amazing. He's amazing. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Something about, like, Massachusetts. I don't know. These people come, all this crazy stuff happens here, and they want to come, but they get these amazing attorneys that we're just in awe of, that are really making me feel more comfortable in the courtroom, understanding the courtroom, not so intimidated by the idea of the courtroom. So it's really, really kind of awesome to have these amazing attorneys. But that was so amazing to all of us out there that know so much about Karen Reed and supported that and that movement and everything that was involved. We all know, oh my God, we all know John DePietro, and he's just terrible. And the weasel comment is so classic.
Okay. Does she yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I don't want to talk to you again.
Why?
Because you are a biased weasel.
Not at all.
Okay?
That's
you
ridiculous, Kevin.
Ridiculous?
Why? Yes.
Go read what you say about my case. Go read about that guy with the bald head yesterday.
That doctor
you said
yesterday.
That the jury was eating it up.
They were. You said outside he was a nice guy.
Away from me.
Kevin, you said outside that he was a good guy.
Wrong guy.
Why?
I was talking about somebody else.
He was a good witness.
Stay away from me.
Kirk was a good witness, Kevin. You said it yourself. That's not being biased. Other people said it.
Stay away from me.
Kevin, he's the best witness they've had. You're going to get a chance to
weasel.
Why? Because I said he was a good witness?
No,
You're going to get a chance to cross-examine him. That's not true. I've said you've owned the courtroom, but he was strong yesterday. Kevin, it's true.
That was great. I do want to say it's been quite a week. We've lost a lot of people, unfortunately. The loss of Dolly, that's so, oh my God, so awful. Me and my 10-year-old bond so much on Dolly music, and she was even sad when I told her, and it's just, I know she was 80. I feel like she had some more time left in her, but she had an amazing life, amazing career. So rest in peace, Dolly. We love you. Tim Curry, I mean, come on. Classic Rocky Horror. Oh my God, how much do we love that movie? I couldn't believe it. It was like bam bam. It was weird, that's like when Michael Jackson and what's her name from with the hair from Charlie's Angels. See, I don't even remember her name, but I probably would have if she maybe died on a different day. But anyways, and then Hayden Panettiere is so sad, so young, so sad. Like, I knew that she had some issues, but I didn't know that it was like that, I really didn't. And that's just really heartbreaking because she was so amazing. And Remember the Titans, that was like one of my favorite movies. What an incredible sports movie. Her role was so good. As a child actress, she was amazing. And then to grow up and do all these other amazing roles, and she's beautiful and young and vibrant, and she had a young daughter, and it's just really sad. So rest in peace to all three of them, and thoughts, prayers to the families and to everybody else who loved them so much. It's really sad. And, moving on to this whole thing with Lindsay Clancy, it's so sad. And I know we're all just like in our minds, it's like I'm constantly like checking myself because I support this woman and what she did is so heartbreaking. But, here's the thing. People say, how can you support her? Like, she did this horrible thing. Well, I believe that she was sick, and I believe that this woman was crazy from the beginning, okay? Like, her normal schedule was like, everything. She was so meticulous and writing out the schedules of everything and the meals and the this and the that. It's like, that's your, like, baseline, then, yeah, your extreme is going to be something like, I can't even comprehend because my baseline does not start with insanity to that level. But, the insanity she did use in the beginning, for the most of her life so far, for the better. She was a great mom. That's what everybody said, and she was a great wife, and all these things, and she was really, really a great patient. She was an ideal patient, considering she really, she really, 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 really asked for help, and that's why I support her. That's why I can support her as a mother, a single mom of two girls. Do you have any idea how hard it is? And you don't know the cards you're going to be dealt. Some of us get angels, for kids, and some of us get, devils for kids. Some of us get in between, Dennis the Menace and all that. And listen, they all grow up and they all grow out of it, hopefully, for the most part, and grow up to be amazing. But as parents, and especially as moms, there's so much pressure on us to be perfect. Lindsay Clancy, I think, is really a great, great example of that. No, we don't want it to ever go there, but that's the point. It is so rare. Let's talk about how rare it is for mothers to off their children. It's incredibly rare when you think about how many mothers there are in the world right now, and down to like we could, the amount of mothers that do that, the percentage must be insane, like just some crazy 0.00%, I would imagine. So yeah, it's really low, but it's so low and this was preventable. This isn't Susan Smith who's trying to, run off with her young lover who doesn't, makes offhanded comments about he doesn't want kids, and then she just throws her kids, in the lake and blames it on, like a black man or something. I don't even remember. It was some hard. And then she brings race into it. It's like, what? That's not what this is. This, all accounts and all the evidence that we have now, that we have seen, only thing left is for them to tidy all that evidence up in a bow for a half hour, maybe a little bit more. And I'm sure Kevin Reddington's going to give the most amazing speech that we've probably ever seen, or at least seen since Alan Jackson's closing, not just in the first, but his second closing in the Karen Reed trials. I literally fall asleep to that sometimes because it's that amazing. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. And I just really hope that we can all be okay supporting her, because I believe the evidence is telling us that's okay. There's a law, and we have to believe in that. I think that it's been proven, even through experts through the Commonwealth, that there's PPD out there and PPP. Those are real things. I know they are. I know people. Listen, I don't need to see it to know it was real. I've had kids. I've dealt with hormones. When you give birth, no matter what happens, you change. Everything changes, and you go through highs and lows, and you're just, you just, like some of us can, float on water, and some of us, want to drown in it. Maybe literally, I don't know, but it's that crazy. Our hormones go crazy, and I believe that you could go into a psychosis. And the whole part that is the saddest is she asked for help more than any other woman could possibly ask for help. And if this isn't going to be an example of why we even have this insanity defense or lack of responsibility, or lack of criminal responsibility because of mental illness, we have it for a reason. And if this isn't the example, then what will ever be? What will ever be? Maybe we should consider getting rid of that as an even option. Maybe if that is the case, then why do we even have it? So let's hold our breath. I can't wait to hear the closings. And I'll see you very soon. Right back here in my beautiful new studios here. And so much more to come. I'm so excited. I love you guys all. Like I said, it's so hard to be a single mom. I would bang videos out left and right if I wasn't chasing children around like a crazy person and working 2 jobs to take care of them. So I'm going to do everything I can to continue to bang these videos out and hope that maybe one day I don't have to work those 2 jobs anymore and I can enjoy them and enjoy you guys so much more. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you so soon. Until next time, thanks for hanging with me, guys.